Hello and welcome to the Upper Hand Trader channel. It's David here, and today I'm going to show you how to use the stochastics indicator. Stochastic is a very useful tool. It's my main trading indicator. That's what I use mostly to define where the market is, where I think it is going, and to help me find entry points as well. So it's a very useful and powerful tool if you know how to use it correctly. With stochastics, it's important that we understand the correlation between the different time frames. I don't usually trade stochastics based on a single time frame. It's as important as knowing how to read stochastic. It's how to read a trend. You need to know where you are in the bigger picture, both in terms of price and the other stochastics. What I find is that stochastics give me a very good forecast of where price might be going. It's very reliable. If you know how to use it correctly, you will probably get you in the right direction about 70 to 80% of the times. But finding those entry points and picking them correctly is where the secret is. Now, I've watched stochastics with price for thousands of hours, so I have a pretty good idea on how it behaves. I recommend anyone starting on trading now and that wants to learn more about stochastics to put it on M1 or M5 time frames and just watch the price movement and the stochastics developments within it, because it's fascinating to see how things happen. Obviously, it won't always predict price, but it helps a lot, especially if you use it in the way that I'm gonna show you. So essentially, here's a simple stochastics line. This is the simple stochastic indicator. Settings here are 835. So 8 period. 3 is the D line and 5 is the slowing. So this is a pretty good setting for this a single line stochastic. If you observe, you will see that when price moves, stochastics usually goes with it. Now, most of stochastics movement happens on the oversold and overbought zones. A lot of people think that, oh, stochastic is overbought now, so I should sell. It's not as straightforward as that. If you can see here, when stochastic reaches overbought zone here, you can see how much more it has moved up after that. If you check here again, it has reached overbought level here, and see how much it has moved after that, because we are in an uptrend. So if we're in an uptrend, usually every time stochastics goes overbought, it tends to ride it for a while, the overbought zone, and that's where most of price movement happens. If you see here, it entered the overbought zone here, and then it traveled this much further, 93 points. So it's all that is very important. Now, rule of thumb, usually if stochastics, this is what I consider, if stochastic is above the 50 level, we are in a uptrend situation. Obviously, it depends on time frame and the correlation between them. So here, on this other indicator here, I have stochastics, various stochastics lines. These are what I mostly use for my trading. Multi-lines stochastic, and in different time frames. Here, this is the M15, and here we have M15, age 1, age 4, daily, weekly, and monthly. And you can see the correlation between all of those by looking here. And here, this indicator gives me the ability to choose a different time frame from the current one and show the multi-lines there. In this instance here, it's showing one time frame above the one I'm using, but it jumps M30. So you're using M15, it is showing me here the condition on age 1. As you can see, during most of this period here, most of the lines were above the 50 level on the age 1 time frame. And what happens on M15, you can see it's a nice, very nice bullish trend, right? So stochastics above 50 here, nice bullish trend. When it's overbought, you can see it entered overbought zone. Let's see the average line, which is the line line. It enters overbought zone here on age 1, around here, and you see how much further it moves up while on overbought until this point here. That's 200 points. So, and here we had what I call a very good opportunities to enter. So we are on overbought on age 1, and then if you look here, it came oversold on M15, but the overall trend is long, so this is a good opportunity to go long, right? If we go here, for example, if we check here on age 1, at this point here, a lot of the lines are oversold, but they're also very spreaded. So let's move to age 1, and this is going to change to age 4. I'll mark the chart first on M15 there to that point, which is around here. This is actually a trade I took. I'll show it on a different video on the forecast of my last Friday trading. So this blue dots is where the candle on this time frame closed. So age 1 closed oops, let's go now. So age 1 closed here, right? I'll move to age 1, and you can see, look where age 4 was, overbought. So it's still very long, and age 1, as I showed you here, this is age 1. This indicator always moves the time frame you're looking at to the front, so it doesn't confuse us. So age 4 is overbought. Age 1 made a very nice pullback. Most of the lines went oversold while also being very spreaded. So this is a great indication that this trend might be continuing up. You see that the pullback, I'll go back to M15 now. This pullback on age 1, this whole pullback, didn't bring price down as much as the up move. In fact, it didn't correct much at all as in comparison with the uptrend move we had prior to it. So when that happens, usually it's a good indication that we're going to continue long, especially when there is this big separation here between age 1 and age 4 in that case. So I think there's a lot of information that was given here already. In order not to confuse everyone and not to overload with information in stochastics, I think it's a good point for us to stop now. So this video number 1. I'll make another video, continuation to this, that shows better the correlation on the different time frames and how to read them better. Thank you for watching. Like the video below and subscribe to our channel, and share with friends if you find our content useful. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much and have a good one.